to the Dugout Football channel. Thought I would just do a very, very quick live preview ahead of the Brighton game on the weekend, and obviously talk about other things as well, because yeah, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. But remember, if you are watching, please remember to hit that like button. Please remember to hit that subscribe button as well. We are on the road to 3K. So if we can get there as soon as possible, that would be absolutely amazing as well. But yeah, Liverpool against Brighton on Sunday. It's just good to have Premier League football back, isn't it? It is fantastic to have Premier League football back. And look, I've got to say this to begin with. International football, I'm looking forward to the Euros. I am looking forward to the Euros. I think you have to say that obviously this is the last international break until the end of the season. Thank goodness. And yeah, look, it's going to be a very, very good game on Sunday. Liverpool-Brighton. We haven't beaten them since 2022. Now, if anyone can remember the last win against Brighton, I'm pretty sure it was at the Amex, because I'm pretty sure they like to draw away from home against us for some reason. Going to be a very, very tough game. Going to be a very, very tough game. Hello, Chris Welsh. Hope you're well. Big up to you, mate. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Yeah, they're a funny team, Brighton. As I said on the Copite podcast, I was on the Copite earlier today as well. They're a funny team. They're like a Jekyll and Hyde team. You just don't know what you're going to get with them. 1 week they'll beat Manchester United by 3-1. Then there'll be 1 week they go to Aston Villa and get beat 6-1. And then there'll be another week where they go to Luton Town and lose 4-0. Now, you can kind of argue that probably it is probably down to the Europa League form. I know obviously people will obviously say that about us, but look, I think you've got to say that Brighton's away form this season has not been great. They've got the majority of their points really at home. Do Brighton? I think they've got 14 points at away, and I think that they've got more points at home than they do away. So I'm quietly confident going into this one. I think the international break came at the right time for us, because we had just lost against Manchester United, and I don't think anyone played to their best in that game. I'll be honest, I don't think anyone played to their best in that game. So it's going to be a very interesting game. They are missing a couple of players. Karu Mitoma is obviously the main one. I think that's a big miss, because he always seems to have a good game against Liverpool. Always seems to have a good game against us. So yeah, we'll see. It'd be more tougher if we were away to Brighton. Yeah, absolutely. Anfield, fully expect us to at least win. As I said in the title, every game now is like a cup final left. Every game left is now like a cup final. Starting with obviously Brighton on Sunday, then we've obviously got Sheffield United on the Thursday, and then Manchester United away on the Sunday. So it's tough run of fixtures, I've got to say. It's a tough run of fixtures. Like, I fully expect us to beat Sheffield United on the Thursday. Brighton, they do turn up against the big teams. They do seem to turn up against the big teams as well. So we'll see what happens. Big up John Conway. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Chris Wells says, I think we'll be fine there, missing big players. Yeah, I would agree as well. And I seem to remember the away game at Brighton. We drew 2-2. I didn't think we deserved to win that day. I think a draw was probably fair. They probably should have had a red card in that game. If you remember, was it Webster that pulled on Szoboszlai for the penalty? That I don't think it was that given. I think it was given. Obviously, Salah scored from the penalty spot as well. But yeah, this week Salah back. He hasn't. As far as I'm aware, he has not played any international football for Egypt, so he will be fresh. He'll be raring to go as well. I think there is a wee question mark over Konate, because if you look at Konate. I think he played for France in the national in the national break, and then wasn't seen in training as well. But apparently, Klopp said today that apparently it is a rest day. So, do you start Konate against Brighton, or do you start Konza against Brighton and then keep Konate for obviously the Sheffield United game, and then obviously Manchester United? I think he probably looks to start Kwanzaa, if I'm being totally honest. I think you would probably say that. I think as well you've got to say that Konate will probably not be able to play 3 games in a week. I think that's definite. But look, it's going to be a very interesting game as well. Obviously, James Milner, Adam Lallana returning to Anfield as well. So it'll be nice to see them on Sunday. But I think playing first is massive when it comes to this title race, and we'll touch upon Manchester City, Arsenal. We'll touch upon that as well later on in the video. But I do think playing first is it can be a big advantage. It could be a very, very interesting thing to say as well. But I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking, because we need to win. We need to win. And I think as well, playing first before those two, we know that City and Arsenal, one of them is going to drop points. Maybe they draw. Maybe that's probably the more likely result. But we win, we go back top. We go back top, maybe temporarily, but we will go back top, and that is the main thing, as well. And look, as I said, I will touch upon Manchester City against Arsenal later on in the video. But guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do remember to hit that like button. Do remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And we'll go through a couple of comments. So will turn up in this final stretch. He always does. Yes, he absolutely does. Balam, hello. Hope you're well. Good win for Carlisle today. It was a good win, but again, as Chris said to me earlier, it doesn't matter. Because it's going to be very, very tricky for Carlisle to stay in there. I start Konza against Sheffield United. That's fair, Chris. Balam, De Zerbi, no. I'll tell you why. I think he's been found out this season. I do look. I think Brighton are a fantastic football club. I'll be honest and say this: they are a fantastic football club. Unfortunately, I do think De Zerbi has been found out. Now, I think because of the Europa League, if you don't have a squad to battle on, obviously, forefronts for them this season, then they will struggle. They will struggle. Do I want De Zerbi? No, I don't. Look, I think De Zerbi is a very, very good coach. I think he's a very, very good coach. But I think out of the ones that I've seen for Liverpool manager, I think Amorim is the likelier candidate for me. I'd have to say, but as I said, just basically wait and see what happens with the managerial situation. As well. Agreed, playing first is massive. It certainly is. It certainly is. Do you see Manchester City winning against Arsenal ideally? Yeah, we will touch upon that, Ballon. We will touch upon that. Back in the other 2 seasons, Manchester always played first with LFC, and it was so intense. Absolutely. Hi, Napoon. Hope you're well. Big up to you, mate. As well. Yeah. Team news. I'm going to go Kelleher, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, and Gomez. Then it's Endo, Mac, Soboslai, and then it's Diaz, Nunes, Salah. I think the team picks itself, to be honest with you. I think the way that the team has been playing recently, I think you've got to say that the team definitely picks itself at this moment in time. And I think you look at that, and I think you have to say that it is a very, very good, strong team, and it should have enough to beat Brighton. But look, Brighton have got some very good players in themselves. Obviously, Danny Welbeck is obviously one of them. João Pedro has been very, very good. Ansu Fati, absolutely mental when you think that Brighton have managed to get Ansu Fati on loan. I don't think it's quite worked out for him, if I'm being honest. But still nice to see these players in the Premier League, if I'm being honest. No, Nippon Nathan is only 5 months old, so he hasn't said his first words yet. But not rushing into anything, at all. But yeah, they've got some good players, Brighton. They have got some very, very good players. And look, I think you've got to say Mitoma is a big, big miss. When we look at Brighton, when we look at players that could cause us problems, Mitoma would be definitely at the top of the list as well. He is a massive miss. I'm surprised that he didn't actually get a career-ending injury from Mason Holgate when Brighton went to Sheffield United, because we all know how high that challenge was. It was a very, very high, knee-high challenge, not a good challenge at all. So doesn't really surprise me. Doesn't really surprise me when you look at Mitoma being out for the rest of the season. Jared Pedro, very, very good player, has given us a few problems before in his Watford days, so I fully expect him to give us a few problems as well. They've got a very good midfield, obviously, and Cisso's a big, big. I'm a big, big fan of his. I think he's been a bit stop-start this season, obviously because of injury as well. But Billy Gilmore, obviously, Scotland as well. He's very, very good as well, and obviously Pervis Estupinian as well. Obviously, his mate Caicedo is obviously at Chelsea now, and I think as well, Estupinian is a very, very good left back. So Brighton have got some dangerous, dangerous players all over the pitch, but like I said earlier, if we can get an early goal, then I do think Brighton do capitulate as well. I honestly do. My prediction for the match, I think if we score early, like I said, I think that we will get a big, big victory in this game. I'm going to go 4-0 to Liverpool. I'm going to go 4-0 Liverpool. As far as goal scorers are concerned, I'm going to go Salah. I'm going to go. I think Diaz needs one. He's looked pretty impressive for Colombia in the internationals as well. I'm going to go Nunez, of course, and then I think Dominic Szoboszlai. I'm going to go for Dominic Szoboszlai as well. Yes, Nippon is at Anfield. It is at Anfield, so I would fully expect us to win in that one. Yes, to Euros content, I will be doing that very, very soon. Just sort of trying to sort of pick a time frame into obviously doing it, and obviously my predictions will be out at some point. So yeah, please do remember to hit the notification bell as well for every time I do an upload as well. So there's a wee preview for obviously Liverpool Brighton. We will speak about the big game though. Manchester City Arsenal. If you know Liverpool Manchester City was big, this is a very, very big match. Obviously, it's probably the last time that the sort of the three title contenders are definitely going to be the three title contenders play each other. And look, people will say Arsenal have definitely improved. AB plays hello from Dusseldorf. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. I love Germany as a country. I love going there. So yeah, I don't think I'll be going there for the Euros, but obviously, hello to you in Dusseldorf. This is a big, big game. Now, if you had said to me that Arsenal would be leading the Premier League with about 9 or 10 games to go, I would have said you would be absolutely crazy. But they deserve every credit that they get, Arsenal. I think this game ahead is their biggest test yet. If they get out of the Etihad with at least a point, they are in the driving seat for me, because of the games I think they've got left. I think I think they've got like a run of Tottenham and Manchester United in a row. I think that is not easy. That is definitely not easy if you're an Arsenal supporter. Um, so I've got to say that I do think if you look at the game as a whole, I think City missing Stones, missing Walker, is a bit of a blow. I think Stones has been outstanding for City since he's came in to the team. Walker, I think he needs a break. I've been kind of saying it for a wee while. Kyle Walker has not looked his best this season, but then again, he has had a lot of off the field problems, and I won't obviously get into that as well. But Rodri is City's most important player. Without Rodri, City struggle. And I think you've kind of seen it this season when Rodri has not been available for City, they do seem to lose. Now, I think if you would put this game as a potential title contender, like a title decider, then well, you've still got Liverpool in there. You've still got Liverpool in there who would go top temporarily ahead of that big game. As well. Look, I'm looking forward to this game because after Liverpool Brighton, if we do win, I can just sit back and relax and obviously see what happens as well. But if we do not win against Brighton, then it's like just basically a case of hoping that a draw would probably be the best result as well. But I don't know. City always seem to come into their own when it comes to this end of the season we run, and I just got a feeling that I think if this was at the Emirates, I would probably say Arsenal would probably grab a win or maybe a draw. Because it's at the Etihad, as I said, if Arsenal get something from the Etihad, then I think you've got to probably put them as favourites for the league. I would say, um, but again, anything can change. I do say though, all three title contenders will drop points at some point. They will drop points at some point. It's definitely going to happen. It is definitely going to happen at some point. I don't know when it will. That will happen, but obviously Liverpool got Brighton. They've got Sheffield United coming up. It's two home games. You probably would expect them to take 6 points from. I think City have got Arsenal. They've got Aston Villa in the next two as well. Arsenal, not sure who they've got after City. I actually want to say maybe Brighton away. I'm not sure. But look, I think this is a big game because if Arsenal can keep a hold of Holland, then they've got every chance. Because City, we do know that they have been looking a little bit suspect on the counter attack. So but I'm going to go for a City win because City know how to win these games. They know how to win these games, and also they just have a knack of getting that result as well. Look, I'm going to go City 2, Arsenal 1, but look, I would not be surprised if City do drop points here. I would not be too surprised as well. The last time Arsenal beat Manchester City at the Etihad was 2015. So it is a long time since they have won at the Etihad. So I think this is the biggest test. This is definitely their biggest test. Whether or not they come out with flying colours is another matter. But guys, let me know in the chat, who do you think will win that game? Who do you think will win that game? Me, I'm going to go Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1. I do think it'll be a very interesting game. But I don't think it's going to be decisive. I don't think it's going to be decisive, especially with obviously Liverpool still being in there as well. And as I said, I don't think all the teams will not drop points. I'm pretty sure all three will drop points at some point. And as well, when you look at it as well, 21st of April, Liverpool go to Craven Cottage. 24th of April, Liverpool go to Goodison Park. And then it's a case, I think we've got West Ham either on the Saturday or on the Sunday. But again, that will depend on obviously Arsenal's progress in the Champions League. So it's it's going to be very, very intriguing. It's going to be very, very intriguing to say the very, very least. But yeah, I'm going to go City 2, Arsenal 1. Let me know your prediction in the live chat or after the video has been published as well. So, going to speak about the Legends game because obviously I was there at Anfield last Saturday. Now it doesn't even feel like it's last it's last Saturday already. And obviously, happy Good Friday to everybody. Hope everyone has had a good Friday, especially, and obviously, hopefully, everyone has a good Easter break as well. Look, the Legends game was fantastic. It was a very, very good game to be at. Sven Göran Eriksson obviously getting the dream to manage Liverpool, which was very, very good for him as well. It was just a very good occasion from start to finish. Obviously, I'm coming out onto the Anfield pitch as well, which was very, very good. Very, very good. And it was quite an emotional day. It was quite an emotional day, you would have to say. As well. Hello, Jay Kismet. Hope you're well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yes, blessed to you, my friend. You'll never walk alone as well. But yeah, I think everyone who campaigned to get Sven Göran Eriksson to Anfield was very, very successful. Myself and a couple of others basically put tweets out to say, "Oh yeah, let's get Sven to Anfield and manage the Legends team," because I think everyone's been sort of taken by Sven being a Liverpool supporter. I think they've been taken by obviously the fact that he has terminal cancer as well, and I think I look at what happened in that game and. 2-0 down through goals from Dirk Brichter, who used to be a Celtic flop, believe it or not, ladies and gents. He was at Celtic. I can't remember when it was. I think it was maybe in the Neil Lennon days, but he was a bit of a flop. And then obviously Kiki Musampa, if anyone remembers him, he used to be a Manchester City player. I think he scored a late winner actually against us. I think it was 1-0. It was a 90th minute winner, and he scored the winner. And there was a couple of players in both sides where you think, yeah, they could still play. Kiki Mbasampa was definitely one of them as well. But yeah, look, getting Sven to Anfield was fantastic. It really, really was. And I think you've got to say it was really, really great of the club to just basically invite him. So Tony77, hello mate. Yeah, I fancy City. Yeah, I think everyone fancies City. If anyone fancies Arsenal, then do let me know in the chat as well. But it was great, just great to be there. Just great to be at an occasion like that. And by the way, guys, if you have never been to a Legends game, please go. Whether whichever team you support, because I tell you something. They're very good games to go to. Maybe not the most entertaining of affairs, but they are still very, very good to go to. And obviously, Fernando Torres back at Anfield. And I know he has had a lot of stick when he obviously went to Chelsea as well. But I think a lot of people have kind of forgiven that as well. And it was good to see. It was good to see Fernando Torres back at Anfield. Obviously Steven Gerrard as well. Jay Spearing, which is a bit strange. I've got to say, and obviously Jersey Dudek, Daniel Agger, Sami Hyypiä. It was good to see those guys. And as I said, in obviously the Ajax team, you obviously had Ronald de Boer, you had Edgar Davids, what a player he was as well. So it's really, really looking forward to that. We really need Arsenal to take points off City. The rest of City's fixtures look easy, except maybe Spurs. Yes, I think City definitely have the easier running on paper, but that Spurs game, they could slip up. They could easily slip up, Tony. They could easily slip up, to say the very, very least. But as I said, legend game, fantastic game to be at. I was lucky enough to be in the Anfield dugout lounge. Yeah, hospitality. So that was very, very nice. Padded seats as well. I was very lucky actually with the seats I actually had because basically all the goals were actually at the right side as well. Yeah, none was scored at the Anfield Road end. It was basically all the cop as well. And yeah, 4-2, 4-2 in the end. Obviously, goals from who was it? Gregory Vignal, Gibril Cisse, and Nabil Ilzar, another one, another one that comes on, and obviously Torres. Torres had a lot of chances in that game. He had a lot of chances in that game, and I think you've got to say as well that he eventually got his goal. Not that he's not the prettiest of finishes, but he won't matter because it was a very very good finish. Anfield Uncle Rod, hello mate. Hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you are well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. So I've just been talking obviously about Liverpool Brighton and obviously the Manchester City Arsenal game. Which result would you guys prefer? So actually, I'm going to do a wee poll. I'll do a wee poll actually. Let's have a look. So Manchester City versus Arsenal. Manchester City versus Arsenal. Who would you want to which result suits us better? Let's just say. So I'm gonna go Man City win, draw, and then Arsenal win. So let's start that poll. See that goes in the chat there. World of Football, hello. Hope you are well. There is a poll now in the chat. Please do go and check that out. I've basically put that in there. Manchester City versus Arsenal. Which result suits us better? For me, it's definitely a draw. It's definitely a draw. But I do feel City will win that. So let's see what. 50% say City, 50% say draw. So keep getting your votes in. Keep getting your votes in as well. But yeah, I've got to say, just being back at Anfield was absolutely fantastic, and I'm hoping to get back maybe before the end of the season. I am on a waiting list for Crystal Palace tickets, I think. So that's the 14th of April. So that could be good. That could be good to go to as well. Jay Kisman says draw or City win. Yeah, I think so. Because that would keep them behind us. But I do agree with Tony. He did say we really need Arsenal to take points off City. The rest of City's fixtures look easy, except maybe Spurs. I totally agree with that. Nerd Beats Football Analysis. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Arsenal win is the worst scenario for LFC. I agree. I actually agree. I do think that I think if they get something from the Etihad, I think they're in the driving seat. I really, really do. Phil Jones's son, hello. As a Liverpool fan, I hope City win because I effing hate Arsenal. Why is that? Why is that? Only reason I take a City win is because right now Arsenal are top. Draw takes points away from both, so that's the best solution. Yeah, the best solution would obviously be a draw, Jay Kismet. But I think if we're looking at it from a sort of a greedy point of view, I think you would probably want City to beat Arsenal. But it's so difficult, so difficult as well. Hey Arteta, do you know what? I don't hate him, but I do dislike him. He does Phil Jones' son. He does seem like a bit of a prat, to be honest with you. But look, that game is going to be very, very interesting. City Arsenal as well. Man City win 71%, 29% say draw. Nobody is going for an Arsenal win. which doesn't really surprise me because, as I said, they've not won at the Etihad since 2015 as well. Yep, Arteta needs to be brought back down to earth, and Pep can do that. Yes, I agree. Master taking on the apprentice, I think, as they say, as well. And look, don't be too downhearted if City win. Don't be too downhearted if Arsenal win, because, like I said, I don't think all three teams don't drop points. I think there will be drop points from somewhere, and it's just whether or not the thing be that they can capitalize on one another's mistake. We'll just wait and see. Good thing is we play before they do. 100%. 100%. I'm so glad it's not a 12:30 game, because if I'm being honest, that would have been quite a flat, I think, a flat atmosphere. But I think if you look at a 2 o'clock game, it's right before obviously the big one at the Etihad. I think it's a big game. I think it's a big game. And as I said at the start of the show, people, every game left is a cup final. So we'll wait and see. We'll obviously wait and see. But yeah, there is 8 votes there. 62% Man City, 38% say draw as well. Exactly. Happy we playing Sunday as well, not Saturday. Yeah, I agree. Because I know that TNT actually wanted this for their 12:30 games. Obviously, West Ham, I think, is a 12:30 game. But again, that kind of depends on if Arsenal get past Bayern Munich. It's just, I feel sorry for all the fans that have to travel up and down the country. And especially not knowing if West Ham Liverpool is going to be, a Sunday game, if it's going to be a 12:30 game. We'll literally have to wait and see if Man City and Arsenal get through. I think if they both got through, I think that would be very, very ideal for us, because you just don't know what will happen. Some mindset would obviously come into play for them as well. But look, I think if we're being honest, I can't really see. Do I think Arsenal get past Munich? I think they could. I think they could get past Munich, but I think it's all sort of depend on how well they do in the first leg, because I think Harry Kane on his day, I think he could outgun the Gunners, and I think as well. Real Madrid City, you probably expect City to win. You would probably expect City to win as well. But look, Sunday, big game. We just need to go out there and focus, and I think we will. And as I said, Brighton don't have the best of away records in the Premier League this season. You've only taken 14 points away from home this season, and I think Liverpool have the best home record in the Premier League. So hopefully that does continue as well. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna just see this poll. So gonna end the poll there. So thank you very much for everyone who did vote in that poll. So 62% think City are going to win, 37% say draw, no percent for Arsenal. Yeah, sorry, Gunners fans. Excuse me. So yes, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna rest my voice. Still suffering a little bit from the cold, as well. But yeah, man flu it is anyway. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to leave your thoughts down in the comments. I've spoken about obviously Liverpool, Brighton, spoken obviously about the managerial situation, spoken about the big game between City and Arsenal, as well. So yeah, I will be back hopefully with a match reaction after the Brighton game, hopefully. But if not, then stay safe in this weird and wonderful world. And yeah, I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button as you leave the video as well. Get some olive oil down. I will try and get some olive oil down Jake Kazma. Do not worry about that. But thank you very much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we're on the road to 3K, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the road to 3K, and I will leave you with this. We will see what happens on Sunday, but it's good that we're playing first. Good that we're playing first. And then we look ahead to City, Arsenal, at Etihad. Good night. You never walk alone. Cheers, Reds.